Hey everybody, this is Carleen from Kickass Marketing and Creative. And this morning here, like it's Monday, our brains are probably all fried from the weekend. I just wanted to share this really cool sales collateral hack with you that might be able to help get your morning jamming or get your brain kind of cooking, right? Hi Pablo, thanks for joining. Okay, so these Flipbooks, I'm sure you guys have seen them. Like there's tons of them, like these really cool Flipbooks. I've been stashing them forever. Disclaimer, I'm totally a swag hoarder. I'm an idea hoarder too. If I see something that's cool, like I'll hang on to it forever. So, for example, this book that I got right here is from a paper company from like back in 2003. And then the latest one here, we did this spring. So I'll tell you a little bit about them. So what I love about this is, so sales collateral, a little bit about my background. Before owning my own business, I spent most of my career in the media business. And so I've literally designed, laid out, built, thought of more than 1,000 pieces of sales collateral. It's a crazy number, I know, but not exaggerating, literally more than 1,000 pieces of sales collateral in all shapes and sizes, including media kits, full-on old traditional media kits, down to just one-off, 8.5 by 11 sales flyers. So what is great about this idea is that whole goal is revenue and reach, right? You want to get more people or get more money. So what I love about these is that you can do them big budget or you can do them tiny budget. So it's awesome for small businesses. Hey Matt, nice to see you. You don't need to be on here because you've seen all this stuff. Anyways, so the original one that I saw, the reason why I loved it is because it was done by a paper company, and paper swatch sample books. If you're a designer, you get 1 million of these sample books and then they go in your drawer and you never think about them again. Well, Mohawk did something really fantastic. So this is their paper swatch book, but they printed on it really cool information, including this one right here, which is envelope types of folds, which back in the day, this is, 2003, we couldn't just go find all the folds on the internet. So this was kept on the desk. So it was really awesome. They pulled themselves out of the pile with just something like this cool flip book. Same year, I got this one from the Creative Group. They're actually here based in Denver. And this is their media kit. So how fantastic is this? It's cool. It's fun. This is what they work with, designers and creative people. So how awesome is that to do something cool and creative and get out of the box? So I've been saving this one forever. But this is a full-on media kit. And what I love about this is that I straight up have stolen this idea like 1,000 times. So here's another one for web safe colors. Same kind of thing, like a swatch book, similar to a Pantone book. We've all seen Pantone books. So I've also got books. And so Robin Waters, I heard her at the How conference a few years ago. She did her book, The Trendmaster's Guide from A to Z. This is her book. It's awesome. Of course, I stood in line to get her to sign it. She was incredible. She has worked with really, really big companies like Target for marketing. And each letter M is for magic button. And then these are just her inspirations and kind of her isms, like how she talks to people. So that's fantastic. But again, it's a book. It's just another way to share information. Same here. Here's another example. Folding for the fabulous, and then on the other side is folding for the frugal. If you're a designer or a marketer and you have not hooked yourself up with this, I would. This is done by Trish Wachowski and thefoldfactory.com. So it is literally folding for the fabulous, and so on this side it is all straight up folds and links to templates and stuff on how to do every kind of fold. And so fabulous is most likely hand fold or expensive double, multiple folds or die cuts. And then the frugal, these are predominantly, I'm guessing all predominantly machine folds. So they're more budget friendly. So what I love about this, and this is a great idea for sales collateral, any kind of marketing collateral really, is that have your piece fit the content. So many times, we sit and we try to jam the content into the piece, or we try to jam the content into the traditional 8.5 by 11. And it's horrible. Like there's no engagement. So we basically kind of stole that straight up idea. When I was working for the Gazette in Colorado Springs, this actual thing, this is 10 tips to optimize your business online. This came over to me as a Word document, as a flyer, and this is talking about too, like, don't think of sales collateral as a goal. Check, did sales collateral. Check, we designed the sales collateral. Think of, you have to look at these types of things as strategies, not goals. So what is the strategy? What do we need this information to do? Well, what we needed this information to do was to be a piece for our sales team of about 60 people to be able to talk to hundreds of different advertisers about digital media. And when you sit down at the table and you slap down the 8.5 by 11, people tune out. So what we did was we took an 8.5 by 11 flyer and turned it into this. And the designer that I was working with at the time, my intern, cranked out this really cool piece. We printed these in-house on our copier. Obviously we had a beast of a copier, but we printed these in-house and we hole punched them and put a little bracket on them from Hobby Lobby. So even a big old media company, we did 50 books, to get us started, to kind of see if it was something that we would invest in. So I love things like this. They don't have to be crazy expensive. You can do 10. You can do 10 books and try them out and see if they work. You could do all kinds of different information on this. Different kinds of collateral, or different kinds of, these could be excerpts from a book. So if you're doing an ebook and you're trying to talk to people about your book, or present, your book to people to get sponsors or to get partners, these could be excerpts from your book, or quotes from your book, or tips from your book. So, it doesn't just have to be sales collateral for, advertising or for marketing things. It can be for products as well. For example, I did this one with a client, which this is so awesome. This is so awesome. We did this one through a printing company. But just to kind of give you an idea, instead of doing a traditional media kit folder with pages on this piece, we did this really awesome, cool thing. But not only that, but we cut her budget in a third. So folders, big old printed media kits, they're expensive. They're really, really expensive. So something like this might be an alternative for a small business, or any business really, to save mucho bucks and do something really cool. So what's really cool about this is a company called Garcamex out of Mexico, and the product is Café de Olla coffee. And she was facing a challenge. She is Mexican and obviously speaks Spanish, and all of her clients are in the Hispanic Latin market, but she was working with salespeople that didn't necessarily speak Spanish, and they weren't necessarily Hispanic. So we did a piece, she's like, how can I be legitimate? How can I be, real to my customers when I'm going through a middleman that's awesome and necessary, but that doesn't speak the language and doesn't understand the culture as well. So what we did is we created this really cool piece, and one side, this is her whole media kit, including recipes and tips and all the products and specs and all that. But one side is English, and then you flip it, and the other side is Spanish. So it's totally a bilingual kit, which we cut down 2/3 of the cost. It's incredible. It fits inside of her chef coat pocket when she's doing events. It fits really cool, partnered with her coffee bag. So I'll do a whole Periscope on that, maybe a video on that, just to kind of show you that. But so that's an idea right there, where it can be for, you can make them in-house. We did these through a wholesale printer. A print company that's actually a partner did this for the Rev Up bag. This is really a fantastic idea. Not only did they talk about their services, each card is a different service. So not only did they talk about their services, but then on the back, they made it relevant. It wasn't just oh, great, into the trash. This is what they put inside of a swag bag for an event that we did here in Colorado, a marketing event. So everybody in that was getting the bag was their potential customer. And so not only did they talk about their service, instead of a brochure or, an 8.5 by 11 flyer, they did this cool flip book. Their designer is really just insane. It looks awesome. But then on the back, they put a coupon. So each coupon matches the content on the other side, the service on the other side. So it's totally real and relevant. It looks really cool. It's a substantial thing, that goes in the bag instead of 8.5 by 11. You all have been there, you've been to a conference and you've gotten your swag bag and there's all this cool stuff in it. And then there's a flyer and you're like, yeah, in the garbage, right? Means nothing. So this is another great way to make yourself stand out in a swag bag or stand out to a group. This would be great to have in your purse or have in your briefcase if you're out and you're going to mastermind, you're going to networkers, you're going to B2Bs. How cool would it be to like pull this out of your bag and hand this to somebody and go, oh, hey, that'd be awesome. Here's a little bit of information about my company, and it's this cool piece and not like a flyer. So anyways, these are Flipbooks. They're awesome for all kinds of sales collateral and all kinds of marketing pieces. This piece is obviously their paper book. It's very, very expensive. This obviously, though, this is a foil piece of paper, but inside is all just, they've got the one color and then they've got the photo color cards here. So this is probably a little bit more of an expensive piece. But it was a book. So compared to like page after page after page of binding, and I don't know, this might have been a really cool budget buy as well. But it was just cool, A to Z flip book instead of pages and stuff. So, and then this one was done in-house. Obviously not free, and we had a big old printer, but if the back's plain, it's not two-sided. You could do something like this, if you wanted to just sample it and try it and see what you think. So you could do something like this at Kinko's, or at a local printer, probably get a good deal and punch a hole in it and get a Brad thing from Hobby Lobby, So, anyways, that is my Monday morning marketing hack. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, but anyways, I hope that I've made you think outside of the box a little bit and flip maybe your perspective. So these can be budget friendly. They can be real and relevant. Think about putting your content into something. Make your content, shape your content. Don't necessarily try to jam it into an 8.5 by 11 flyer all the time. Those are boring. We get over those. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. And if you like me, give me a follow or maybe tweet this out. That'd be really cool. I'm just kind of getting used to periscoping and I dig it. So have a kick-ass week. Get out there and do it. And I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye.